launches for the green, and it's in the air. And boy, did the top two cars throw it into turn number one. Sparks flying. Both of them seem to drift up, and Gomes to the lead.
Side by side through the field. Except for Gomes. Now here comes Dawson, the 75 machine, working the inside of Shepard. Can't seal the deal out of turn number two.
It is 100 laps. It is maybe on the shorter end for a winter showdown, but you're still going to want to exercise patience early on in this event. Let things maybe spread out a little bit, start making your moves. We've seen in other divisions this track can be a difficult one to pass on. With the motor package that they have in the Spears Southwest Tour, it gives you a little bit more opportunity, and we see the battle for second just ahead of this one. Shepard holding off Jeremy Doss for now.
Doss working that inside out of turn number two. You can see how he arcs his entry and gets a good run down low on exit. Buddy Shepard working the high side. That's the saving lane per se. That's also the momentum. We talked about the momentum word all night long, and it holds true for the Spears Southwest Tour.
So Gomes leads with a healthy advantage over this battle for second, then Hansen all by himself in fourth. So really we got the battle here for second, and then a log jam of cars trying to make something happen for the fifth spot. Here comes Doss again to the inside of Shepard.
Working low, down the back straightaway, settles back in behind Buddy Shepard. Good side-by-side racing.
Now a reminder, this race will go no more than 40 laps before we see a competition caution. That means we're set up for potentially seeing perhaps two of those here tonight. That is assuming that we don't get natural yellows along the way. This battle for second continues on. Doss fighting to try to get by Buddy Shepard. But right now, Shepard and Doss are putting down faster lap times than Gomes that time by.
Well, yeah, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this field strategizes.
And that could be also what Gomes is doing. He has his advantage. At this point, it's about maintaining that advantage. You don't need to go and lap the field. You know a caution will come out between now and the checkered flag. That is a guarantee. So running as far away as you can isn't going to help you when you know you're going to have a restart later in the race. For the sixth position, with the 27 machine of John Moore to the inside of the 11 of Dustin Ash. Trevor Huddleston in that battle as well. Closing in on 15 laps of racing action here. It has been clean and green so far. Hopefully it stays that way with the tour cars at Kern County Raceway. And to the inside, Trevor Huddleston making his move here on Dustin Ash. Battle for the seventh position down the back straightaway. Huddleston in the 50, Dustin Ash in the 11. This racing happening inside of the top 10 as they duel it out for seventh. Behind them, Dan Holtz in the 23, Blaine Rocha in the 98 also within distance of this duel.
Ooh, Ash a little sideways up on the high side, and actually a little bit more out of turn number 4. So the 11 starting to lose the handle and also lose the spot now to Huddleston.
I don't know if he's had the handle today. We saw him loose in the heat races too. Maybe just likes it that way.
Maybe, but it's not really fast.
True.
As of right now. And he's continuing to chase that 11 machine up the track. So the 23 of Dan Holtz looking to get by the 11 machine.
With him slipping back, this being Dustin Ash in the 11 machine. And again, it's like blood in the water, right? A driver sees that car mishandling, and the first thing they do is try to make it handle even worse. Get right up to that bumper,
Yep.
See if they can disrupt the air, and Ash loses another position.
The red number 08 of Jace Hansen making a move to the inside of Doss.
Did it quick, too.
Yeah.
Front straightaway, this is how they looked, but reverse. Suddenly Hansen takes away the spot, and Something's happening on the front straightaway right now.
Oh, that's a 0.8 of Schmidt. It looks like he's off the pace.
0.5 of Schmidt.
I'm sorry. 0.8's coming.
I hear you. The caution flag flies on lap number 40. 40 consecutive laps of green flag racing. Bring out the yellow here with the Spears Southwest Tour. Lap number 40 restart. 60 laps to go in the Golden State Peterbilt 100. Spears Southwest Tour. Going for 100 laps at Kern County Raceway. Green flag. So we've seen 40 laps of green flag action take place here. If we get another consecutive 40 laps of green flag action, we will see a yellow with 20 laps to go. So we know at this point, regardless, there will be a caution between now and the finish. Does that still make you relax as one of these competitors in the top 10?
No. I think you still want to go for it 100%. As we see Kel Kankey in the Alley Bakes 33 machine to the inside of John Moore. Cleared out of turn number 4. And Huddleston a little bit behind in the 50 machine to the inside of Holtz in his 23.
Side-by-side racing action out of turn number 2. Now, we saw a couple cars hit pit road, one of which was the 11 machine of Dustin Ash. Notice the 15 machine of Riddick also pulled down pit road. Any other notables that we saw on pit road?
Rocha was on pit road for an adjustment. He is probably dealing with handling just like most of the field, except for what looks to be the Bacon Boy. As Jeremy Dawes to the inside now, battle for second.
And don't look now, Hansen just hanging in the shadows of this duel as we close in on the halfway point of this race. Doss all over the 22 machine of Buddy Shepard. I mean, all over the back end. And they're going to be side by side out of turn number 4.
Ooh, was there a little bit of contact right there? I thought I saw a wiggle from the 22.
Whoa, in the Spears Southwest Tour, you thought you saw contact?
Always. Here comes Doss.
Working that inside line. Door to door at the start-finish line. Doss trying to find a way to corner this one. It is hard. Those cars with the outside line are able to maintain their speed better than the cars on the inside line. And as the car on the inside line, you also kind of hold the responsibility of you and the car outside of you.
Doss and Shepard. This might be what we see all the way to the checkered flag with Gomes out into the lead. But we did see at the end of that first green flag run, everybody closing into the 16, and I think that all goes back to the question, who's saving, who's going, how is it going to play out?
So this race is great. I don't even want to look away from it, but I want to mention that the 11 machine of Dustin Ash, remember, he fell outside of the top 10 earlier. The car was just not handling at all with him. Out of turn number 4, he's going to cross the start-finish line into turn number 1 on the inside of Lenny White, that 11 car. And that is a battle for 9th. So Dustin Ash looks like they made the right adjustments to put that car on the right track. And behind them, a little bit more battling. A couple battles in this group. That's Riddick in the 15, battling with Rocha. Both of those cars on pit road during the last yellow. And both these battles kind of doing some leaning on each other.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit. Single file ahead of this whole pack. You see Andy Allen in the 22 kind of in the midst.
Battle for the second spot again, though. I don't mean to cut you off. There's battles all over the racetrack.
There are.
Jeremy Dawes right back on the rear bumper of Buddy Shepard.
Now, I thought you said they were side by side.
They were for a second.
Yeah. You cut me off, and now I'm going to wreck you.
Yeah. All right, now Ash is going back to the inside with Lenny White.
Oh, man,
got a pack here.
We got contact in the back straightaway. Basically, all 5 of those cars are worth watching right now. Dustin Ash in the 11, still battling to the inside of Lenny White, and behind them was where the contact was happening as Riddick and Allen got together on exit of turn 2 last time by. See, now they're single file, so you can
see.
I'm sorry, all right?
Take that.
All right. I will.
Oh, Lenny White with that 29 machine slideways through turn number 4. You can see Ash with a great run to the inside. He saw that. He probably is familiar with a setup like that, but now Ash gets sideways. So the battle continues down the back straightaway.
It's like you and me right now. We're always sideways, too.
This is the battle for 9th. On screen, the 11 machine of Dustin Ash to the low side of White in the white 29.
Yep, and just behind them, Riddick again to the inside of Allen. So great racing happening here just outside or within the top 10. These drivers duel it out, and Ash is going to clear Lenny White. That number 29 machine going to give up the spot. Up front, we got the 08 machine of Jace Hansen looking to the inside of the 75 of Jeremy Doss. Battle for third. And I think it's now a good time to mention that that huge gap that we saw Jacob Gomes have earlier is starting to shrink again.
Yep. So what we were talking about, these green flag runs, could they be kryptonite for the 16?
I just don't know. I don't know, again, if he's saving it, if he gets to a big enough lead and they say, okay, all right, you showed everyone what you can do. But we know that we as of right now, we won't have more than a 40-lap run to the finish. If the caution were to come out right now, we'll have a 40-lap run. If they make it all the way, we're only going to have a 20-lap run to the finish. And Jacob Gomes has always pulled away up until about that 20-lap mark. In other words, if we get any closer to this finish, I'm just saying, I don't know. I think Lenny White might be having a problem. The 29 machine seems to be off the pace down the front straightaway. This is some good racing we have here. Kel Kahnke just behind him, all within the top 5. Got to wonder if any of these drivers can make some noise at the end of this race.
And I'm going to say this, that if the 08 of Jace Hansen can get a podium finish here this weekend, I think he has to drive a minivan to the racetrack every time.
No question. In fact, I think that is what he's going to credit the warm-up to this race, was his driving of the minivan.
Yeah, probably set him up nicely.
Here tonight, we set up, and there it is, to cut myself off. 40 laps of green flag racing leads us to our second and final competition yellow here at Kern County Raceway.
Well, Jeffrey, I got to show you this.
Yeah? You got something?
There's ways to warm up your tires, and then there's the Buddy Shepard edition.
Okay.
Take a look here. Spears Racing TV replay. Watch the 22 white car.
Uh-huh.
Oh! Almost spins it out.
He's practicing his drift. That's it. That's all
Kern
he's doing.
County Drift.
The Kern County Drift. I like that.
Speedy, speed boy.
Who's got it and who's going to win it? 20 laps to go. Up the track goes Buddy Shepard. Hansen to the outside. Remember, that wall comes up quick.
Hansen doing a great job of keeping it off the wall, but now he's got to do a better job of getting into second.
Oh, we're going to run out of room if this keeps up. Hansen to the outside for second. And this is helping Gomes and not helping Buddy.
Buddy Shepard, that 22, seems to be loose now on that fire-off speed. Back to third. 22 of Shepard goes. Here comes Doss.
Doss to the inside, trying to find a way around Shepard. And don't look now, here comes the 27 machine of John Moore. Battle behind them is Huddleston and Kahnke.
Here comes John Moore.
Yeah.
27 machine.
He's there. We talk about the assistance that they're getting, teaming up with a team that kind of has had success over the years.
Yeah, Campbell Motorsports turning the wrenches on this 27 machine. Trevor Huddleston in the 50 to the inside of Ali Bakes 33. Kel Kahnke, who gets close to that wall.
And here comes John Moore. Oh, John Moore gets into the 75 of Doss. 3 wide out of turn number 4. Woo, I don't know if that one's done.
Mr. Excitement.
Well, there's being excitement, and then there's having someone chase you down to make things exciting. So he right now is like, I got to get away from the 75 car. John Moore, great save by Jeremy Doss.
Well, the shootout towards the end of this one has now helped Gomes basically extend out to a second lead, a little bit more than a second, over Jace Hansen's 08 machine. Trevor Huddleston to the inside of Doss. Still working on that low side.
It was a solid shot to that left rear. Huddleston back to the inside of Doss.
And you see up to the left of the screen, the 27 of John Moore to the inside for third.
A whole bunch of side-by-side racing action here in the Spears Southwest Tour at Kern County Raceway.
10 laps to go. If you got it, use it.
Well, we've seen some of that, haven't we? Battle for third. Shepard under pressure from the 27 machine of John Moore. Multiple side-by-side racing action throughout the field. This one the highest up.
So as soon as Moore goes to the inside of Shepard, Huddleston working that inside of Doss. But look at this battle into three.
Yep.
Buddy Shepard loyal to the high side. I think his car's too loose down low, or it picks up a push. Either way, the car does not handle on the low side of the racetrack. And that's John Moore's only opportunity to get by Buddy Shepard.
Well, I mean, we've seen how that's come into play earlier, so.
I knew you were going to take it. I threw it out there. The bait was there, and you grabbed.
Yeah, I struggle to resist. Moore continues to try to get to the inside. 7 laps to go. Right now, Gomes with a 2-second lead does not want any of these drivers to push past that line and bring out the yellow. Hansen sits second. The battle for third is out of turn number 4 with John Moore all over Buddy Shepard for the position.
Here he comes to the low side. As usual, John Moore.
Oh,
that car has come on strong here.
Should we mention, by the way, that the battle behind them,
Yep.
it's the 75 and the 50?
Yeah.
Jeremy Doss and Trevor Huddleston. Do they have a history? I'm sure they don't, right?
A little bit of a history for those of you watching. They are acquaintances on the racetrack.
Dan Holtz had an issue out of turn number 2. It looked like he gathered it up, but maybe got loose. But this is now the best side-by-side battle as Moore has lost touch with Shepard for the time being. 4 laps to go. And again, Huddleston and Doss, years of racing in the Pro Lay models together. We saw a lot of this side-by-side, and we saw a lot of unhappy results for one of them.
And a handshake.
Yeah. They had their moment where they kind of said, we're done. We're done doing this. They've been racing clean these last 20 laps. We'll see if it stays that way as the battle not only here for 5th, but the battle for 3rd is back side by side with John Moore to the inside of Buddy Shepard.
Well, it's 2 to go. John Moore. Can he get by the 22 of Buddy Shepard?
He's going to do everything he can to try. Not able to do it there out of turn number 2. White flag in the air for Jacob Gomes, who maintains over a 2-second lead over the field. Keeping an eye on all the battles coming out of turn number 4. Great racing here in the Spears Southwest Tour, but the driver who has absolutely dominated it and is starting to show that he's a force to be reckoned with this season, Jacob Gomes takes the victory at the Winner's Showdown. And I don't know who finished 3rd.
I don't know either. At the line, that was a close one.
Looks like it might have been Buddy Shepard who got it. Doss held off Huddleston. But nobody could hold off Jacob Gomes tonight and keep him from this incredible run on this half mile.
Tonight, and he can hear you now, ladies and gentlemen. Jacob Gomes.
Yeah, first of all, I just got to thank everybody involved, Dave Reeves, my whole entire crew, Byron Campbell for letting me be a part of what he's got going on, Mike King, Derek Thorne, my dad, Mike David up on the radio keeping me going, and just everybody that's involved, Fury Race Car, Studio 10, Deloso Farms, Bill Treve, Andrietta, just so many people around us, Susan Deloso, OC Detailing, Tyler Turner, my buddy up there, and it's been a great week. It's been a great ride, and say hi to my wife and baby. Just had one a couple weeks ago. So.